Hello, hello, hi, Facebook trooper. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome. Happy Saturday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see everybody here. If you're joining me live, let me know you are here. If you're catching the replay, would love to get your feedback on this one. This is a little bit of a unique thought because it comes from the Stoics, and this is in regards to manifestation, right? So the Stoics say, stop wanting to manifest it and actually be prepared for the future, right? So one of the greatest passages from Seneca, and probably one of the most common themes in his notes and writings, is his repeated insistence on thinking of all possibilities, even if the bad things that can happen to us, and even the bad things that can happen to us in life, right? So one of the quotes he gives is, fortune falls heavily on those for whom she's unexpected, he wrote. The one always on the lookout easily endures. The one always on the lookout easily endures. There's a Zen mastery story about a beautiful cup, and he would say to himself every day that the cup is broken, the cup is broken, the cup is broken, right? And so he used the cup and showed it off to people, but in his mind it was already broken. And so one day when it actually did break, he wasn't surprised. He wasn't upset. He wasn't upset. Instead, he focused on what he got out of it, on, let's say, the borrowed time, if you would, on the bonus period he had with the cup, right? Now, I know this is a different thought than we've talked about manifestation. Think positive, don't think that the cup is broken. But this is a very, this is a twist to that thought process, right? And I think this is very unique, and it's worth paying attention to, right? And Seneca tried to live the same way. There's a story about Epictetus. Epictetus's lamp, right, which was lost and it was stolen, I guess, and he bought a new one. He actually bought a cheaper one, and reminded himself that he really didn't own the lamp, and he too can go at any given moment. And so this whole meditation in advance, if you would, of the things that can happen, of the mistakes that can befall us, or the tragic consequences that we may experience, is humbling, but it's also protective. As Seneca said, the person on the lookout will endure because they are not caught off guard. Okay? They are aware of the possibilities going in, and possibly, hopefully, they have a plan for the worst case scenario as well, right? Now, if you were kind of if you were to take this thought, right, and kind of wanted to mix it or blend it with the manifestation thought, if you would, right? The way I would do that is this. You know, it's always good to prep yourself for the worst case, right? It's always a great idea to be prepared for when something does go wrong. However, again, this is the manifestation thought, right? If you constantly focus, I think this is a whole different thought, because if you focus on the cup being broken, that's a whole different thought than accepting the fact that the cup could break. You see, that's a whole different thing, because once you say to yourself, you're focusing on the cup being broken, that's you putting all your energy into that cup being broken. As you're joining me live, let me know you're here. Would love to know who's here, who's not here. I see the eyeballs go up and down, but I don't always know who's here, who's not here. So yeah, so if you focus on the cup being broken, then you have that, right? But if you shift your focus on just understanding and accepting the fact that one day this cup may be broken, and I shouldn't attach my whole entire life to this cup, right? So one day I know that the possibility is there that this cup may be broken one day. And if that possibility exists, today I shouldn't be so attached to this cup, right? Now, this whole thing raises another whole conversation, because I could talk about that all day too. Then where does caring for the cup come into play? Do you not care enough for the cup because you think that, hey, one day it's going to be broken? Or do you actually take care of the cup enough to avoid that day that it may get broken? Now, you're going to do everything you possibly can not to have it break. But if it does, you accept that fact. So where does that, that's a whole other conversation, but I want to open that up to you, because I think that's definitely worth something to pay attention to in this realm of a conversation, if you would, right? So hopefully you got some love. Hopefully you didn't get lost. And, like the Stoics, like I said, they have some really unique thoughts, and I am a huge fan of the Stoics. And, but I think that this thought was worth like dissecting a little bit more, because it's about the focus. If you put your focus on something, thoughts become things. So if you put your focus on it, then the possibility increases, right? Versus you shifting your focus, accepting the fact that that may happen, but actually taking care of it, showing it off, using it, enjoying it, that kind of a thing. Hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value from this live. I appreciate you guys. I've been working on a couple of projects on that I'm gonna bring out. I don't want to share anything about them, but I've been working like every moment that I can get on these two projects, and I'm gonna share them with you as I get closer to launching them. But I'm so excited. But more on that later. But I want to know what your thoughts are about this live and this whole connection between Stoics and the manifestation, and how I link the two together, my takeaways, my feedback, where your thoughts lies. I would love to get some feedback from you. Drop your comments below. Let this feed grow. I appreciate you guys. And if you feel like this was worth sharing, then you can tag folks to this, share it on your wall, do what you got to do, spread the love. I appreciate you. And until tomorrow, where we do it all over again. Much love.